A significant winter storm will impact the northern tier of the U.S., focused on the UP and Michigan, with the potential for up to 3 feet of snow, blizzard conditions, and maybe some record snowfall accumulations in the same areas, right? So, in today's forecast, we're going to discuss all those things: timing, precip amounts, icing, stuff like that, all those different things associated with winter weather. And so with that, let's get started. So to review, we have a lot of stuff going on in the western U.S. and central U.S. right now associated with this system as it starts to take shape. We have winter weather advisories up in the northern to the U.S., winter storm warnings, blizzard warnings already ongoing here in South Dakota and Minnesota, right? And points to the south, winter storm warnings, high wind warnings, winter wind advisories, red flag warnings all on the front range of the Rockies, and extreme heat watch in the desert Southwest. Crazy stuff here. And also a high wind watch on the eastern portion of this red flag warning area, okay? All the way up in the into the UP of Michigan. We also have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories. These will likely be upgraded in the coming hours, all right, based on the latest forecast, right? And we have some wind and weather advisories, some wind advisories up in the Northeast as well, Mid-Atlantic, associated with that system that's exiting the Northeast this morning. So as a quick review of the current radar, we got snow already starting here in parts of South Dakota, Illinois, Iowa, and Montana, and in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. And this will continue to spread eastward and south as we get through the day today, with low pressure developing here at the surface, snow on the northern side of this, on the backside, right? And high winds developing on the backside as well, right? Heavy snow here into parts of South Dakota, especially right along this frontogenesis area. We could have really heavy snowfall amounts and frozen precip, meaning ice and uh, sleet and freezing rain, okay? But mostly snow on the northern side of this, okay? Now, when we get towards Sunday, 4 a.m., the system really starts to deepen here. We have some snow maybe east of the Rockies into Wyoming, and on the backside of the system, parts of North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota here, okay? System moves to the east some more. Heavy snow ongoing here in the Minneapolis area, the UP, Michigan, with move this over a little bit. Snow all the way in parts of New York State as well, okay? And some freezing rain and sleet on the edge of this precipitation shield. This slice to the east looks like Chicago is going to miss out on the initial push. But on the back side of this, see this flow is about at its max intensity here, okay? So you have a dry slot right on the back side of this. You can see where the heaviest snowfall amounts are right on the northern edge of this here, right? So we have a 980 millibar low, right? Moving to the northeast, northeast, okay? Backside snow down here as well, which is kind of interesting. You're going to have severe weather, then snow right behind it, at least according to this model, okay? This moves to the east. You see backside snow moving into Kentucky, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and Green Bay, Wisconsin, and up to the north here in the northern part of the U.S. And on the backside, we still have snow ongoing here. Now we move to the Rufus model to go a little further out. Not as bullish on the precip on the eastern side of this, but a little more bullish on the backside of this. So we'll see how this plays out. But this is just kind of a general thought of this, right? Okay. So it moves to the northeast. It depicts a little stronger low, which is, it really doesn't matter at this point. And maybe some strong banding right on the backside of this here. You see this band of snow on the backside moving through. Could have some really intense snow squalls moving through here. Okay. Still snow ongoing here, right? It looks like this low just gets vertically stacked and kind of hangs out there, the surface low, right? Kind of loses it on the map. Then it weakens some, okay, as this system pushes offshore. You see a heavy band of snow here into New York State as well, with the preceding severe weather, right? And areas where we had severe weather could get snow showers, okay? And a deep trough along the eastern U.S. with backside snow potential here as well, okay, when we get towards Tuesday afternoon. So very impactful event on the front side and the back side of the system here. And here are the snow totals. I think this is a national blend of models, right? Oh my goodness. Um, Up here towards I'm trying to figure out where this is at. I don't know if that's in the continental U.S. Looks like the extreme UP of Michigan here. Up 50 inches of snow. That is nuts. Right along the uh, the lake there, Lake Superior. I'm trying to look on the map here. Marquette, Michigan, right? Yeah, I didn't pronounce it right. Sorry about that. So this area is in the bullseye here for potentially up to 60 inches of snow. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Okay. That's hard to believe. All right. And we move through time to the week, and, it doesn't increase very much, but we're just focused on the current storm, right? And the potential is just for some heavier snow here along the favorite areas of the lakes here as well, and lesser amounts further to the west, although still impactful, 20, 30, 20 inches, 15, 20 inches of snow here, depending on where this banding sets up, okay? And we're even looking at snow down here in the Appalachians as the system moves through, right? So Monday, see here in the Appalachians, even in the Northeast, maybe a trace of snow down into northeast, northern Georgia, parts of Alabama, okay? And this is a national blend of models, so pretty crazy stuff here. Icing is going to be a problem as well. You see right up to on this boundary here with the ice accumulation totals here through Wednesday, okay? So this is starting off Monday, and on the back side, on the front side of it, you got this swath of potential impacting frozen precip here, okay? And into Wednesday, you have some on the back side of this as well. So to start this, highest icing amounts predicted to be at least in the Milwaukee area, Green Bay, back towards just south of Minneapolis, south of St. Marie, okay, and some areas in the in New England. So, yeah, so with this system, we have multiple things going on: the ice accumulation and the heavy snow. So now we also have winds as well, which we're going to talk about next. So we look at the winds with a system on the backside, especially. We're thinking about the front side of this, but the backside, 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts here on the backside as the system moves through, right? Then on the north side of this, and this is the favored lake effect area, it looks like too, right? Because you have 50, 60 mile per hour winds coming from the north here. And even on the backside of this 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts, and we move to the east, not as high wind gusts, but it's probably hard to pick these out in general with the synoptic conditions, but the highest wind gusts are going to be 50, 60 mile per hours, 9 mile per hour up here in the UP of Michigan. So um, be very careful if you're up here um, uh, today, tomorrow, and Monday. So apparent temperature, right? Wind chill, right? So we want to go over the temperatures because I mean it's got to be cold enough to snow, right? But we also want to include the winds here. You see the warm temperatures where this boundary is, right? See the cold air pushing down to the apparent temperature in the negative single digits here up in the North Dakota, South Dakota into Sunday, right? Cold air really digs down to the east here, negative teens, even wind chill values approaching, let's see here, even the upper Midwest and the northern high plains, negative single digits here, negative 20 wind chill values up in the northern high plains, even down into the eastern U.S., the Appalachians especially, single digit wind chills. We look at actual temperature, still single digits here, all right? So the coldest air is right up into Canada, but with the winds being part of this equation, it's going to be very cold, right? So, yeah, it's going to be brutal for a couple days here as our cold air moves to the east. And you can see we get towards the middle of the week, the warm temperatures are building out west with some moderating temperatures to the east here. Again, I appreciate y'all watching today. This is my second video today. We have quite an impactful system with the wind and weather side and severe weather, right? Unbelievable how impactful the system's going to be. And again, you see on here the 50s, if this is realized, 60 inches of snow potential in the UP Michigan over the weekend. So be safe out there, guys. Subscribe, like my video if you like it, and leave any comments in the comments below. Y'all have a great day. Be safe and God bless.